you want to add in a person, so I've taken a brush and I made some lines here, right, and I made a kind of a marking of where I want her to be. His paint's wet still. I'm doing this because I want to, it's a demo. Sometimes, you know, I just clean that off and leave it dry and then come back to paint it. I'll see what I can paint in for us while it's wet. Because it's wet, I have smears, you know, where I've changed it and changed the way the pad design is. But this is basically is why it's difficult to do it when it's wet. But for demo reasons I'm doing it. Now I'm just going to try to clean this up and put some white in the umbrella and make some lines so that it looks right. Yeah, I'm getting really close now. I just wanted to show you, I got a pen here and I just put it in the purple, right? And I took a little spot in the middle here for the umbrella. For the lines, you know, I just took the pen and made some lines like this in it. Right, you see that? It's just actually making marks in the paint. That's because the paint's wet and I can do this. You know, sometimes the simplest thing can get you out of trouble. You know, the arm line, you can put it with a bit of pin maybe. And a bit of ink on it and bring it up. Got a little bit of shading to do in here in the dress. You know, you can use a little brush or, right? I got to get that a little bit more shapely. A little bit of a loop in the belt here would be nice. You know, like the wind's blowing a bit, so you kind of bring it down like that. You know, and blowing off that way. I'd have to do it with a bit of a knife, so you get a little bit of a belt. But there you've got it. There's your first painting. I'll just zoom in so you can see her. You have to do the girl your own way. Zoom in. There you go. We could put a little boat on the horizon that she might be looking at. A little sailboat to enhance it. Yeah, I've basically done as much as I can while it's wet. It does need a little touch-ups. You can you know, clean up a lot by putting your brush in thinners and wiping and cleaning a bit here like that, and then wiping it. So, you know, I put a couple of purple lines on the side, a little bit of a darker brown shadow in here, right? Here we go, the umbrella shadow, like, give you kind of a feeling of the sun coming from this direction because of the shadow on the back of her, right? So paint that up to the dress a bit more. Every time I paint up to the wet, it smears a bit, but for this demo it's okay. And in general, you know, that's it. I put a little bow in here, but to make this sail white I'd have to do that after it's dry. Anything else? If you do want to make little kind of contrast, little blobs in there to give the sky more detail, there you go. You know, a little more on the horizon. And the other thing you can do is when it's dry, is take just a light little bit of a yellow, a cadmium yellow with a little bit of white, and when it's dry you just put a very light dose in the sky and it'll give it a little bit more of an antique feeling. Anyways, that's a starter painting. It's you know, 6:25, but most of my time was spent on doing the lady, which is really a little bit hard for a starter. The sea and the water, that'll become easy too, but these dresses and the cloths moving, that will be more difficult. So there you go. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit here and we're all done. You know, a bit more of my brushing, and you know, I'll come back later on and touch it up, the white sail and the boat a bit when it's dry in a couple of days. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. If you're a beginner painter, you're doing good. There you go. I hope you enjoyed the tape, and I hope your first painting is a success.